Yeah, that's right, we are back with another video. And today I'm pretty excited because we've made our way out to Parr Pump Track in Parr. This is a quick jaunt out through a few Cornish villages and then a skip over the fields. And here we are. So the pump track is the usual tarmac affair and it looks to have quite nice steep transitions, which is really promising because I've found there's nothing worse than a mellow pump track. It gets quite frustrating. Now the reason I've made my way over here is because my knee is pretty wrecked. I managed to bang it on the pull transition when coming off of a 50-50 grind and oh my gosh. And there's a little bonus feature, there's also a skate park right next to the pump track. This has a few rudimentary obstacles on it. There's a pyramid, there's a manual pad that's got curbs on it. There's also a jersey barrier with a hover and then a little driveway over the top on the back there. There's also a quarter pipe that looks pretty mellow and pretty sketchy. Everything has been weathered by the Cornish weather. I'm going to be riding the surf skate because that's got the nice big fat wheels on it. I'm just going to rehab that knee a bit and JJ's going to really explore the possibilities of this pump track and really give it a good going over. So you can see there's plenty of different options. We've been rolling in from the top of this berm to get loads of speed, coming down, and then there's 3 pump bumps. The last one is sort of a little mini driveway. Really steep berm, which is nice to pump through. A couple of extra pump bumps, and then quite an awkward little section through a gully. A couple of pump bumps through another steep section. There's a pump bump in the middle of that berm, which is a little bit weird. And then over the top of the jump box, plenty of speed going into that front side. That's a bit more scary than JJ made it look. Back round, and then as we come through, just see what's cooking. Oh, 180 fly out, very nice. Now it's also a little bit wet still, so there's a few puddles to negotiate, but that's not ruining the time. So over the road there is the car park, and that's the lovely bit of grass you have to waltz across. There's also a sort of bike track around the outside with various bridges and things. And you can see over there, there's a little bit of five-a-side football going on. Oh my gosh. So I'll just give you a profile of this jump box. You can see it's pretty tall and pretty steep. So riding here on a skateboard with no pads is quite exciting. And trying to get down there into that front side turn is also a little bit of a challenge. And you can see that all of these berms are nice and steep, and that is really the key to a pump track, is having somewhere to pump from. I think there's another point of entry here. Could roll down this little patch and then get into it there, but you see that JJ's getting plenty of speed coming from where we were going from over the top. Now, I've managed to jank my knee, so I won't be setting any records today. And it was off of a 50-50. I had pads on as well. Managed to bruise the patella. I went straight to the hospital, got a scan. Luckily, everything seems to be still in place. So rehab-wise, I've got the option of going swimming or biking, which are both pretty boring. Or I thought a little bit of pumping on the skateboard could be a low-impact solution. So it's a little bit upsetting because I've been spending a bit of time on my fitness since January. I did a video detailing that process. So I managed to get my 5K running time down to 22 minutes. And that for a 6'3", 50-year-old man who's rubbish at running was quite good. I'm starting to feel really fit. I lost a bit of weight, also fixed my eating routine and also fixed my sleep routine. So it's a little bit upsetting to go back to square one with a jank knee, and that's why I'm out here today trying to keep as much fitness back in the bag as possible. I've got my iWatch on today, so I'm going to monitor my heart rate and see how many calories I burn. But yeah, it's a pretty pleasant day. It was forecast to rain here in Cornwall, but as usual the forecast was wrong. So let's waltz down, just have a little look at the back of this pump track so you can see all of the bits. There's that berm, there's also that little weird gully. Just to add an extra frisson of excitement, there's a little sort of drain thing that I don't think you want to go over on a regular skateboard wheel. And at the back of the pump track, you can razz down these flat banks. There's a quarter pipe, which is pretty mellow, made out of concrete. There's also some tree felling going on, so hopefully that's not going to impact the audio too much. There's the manual pad with the curbs. You've got your Jersey barrier that sort of doubles up as a bit of a hubber. There's the smallest driveway in the world on the back of it. I think it's more of a pump dump, to be fair. And then we've got the pyramid. Anyway, enough of my yakking. Let's get going around this pump track, see if we can get a bit of speed up. Okay, that's it for this video, and that was a lot of fun. I'd heartily recommend a trip out to Par Pump Track. It offers a bit of a challenge on a skateboard. It's nice and steep, it's pretty rough, and it's pretty scary. I'd wager they had bikes in mind when they designed it, so adapting it to a skateboard is pretty exciting. The rough surface really offers itself to the softer wheels, so I found that the surf skate wheel at 78A was really good. JJ was riding 90A wheels. And just keeping the speed and also keeping the bottle through some of those tighter turns, it's pretty exciting. There's a nice big place to park. It's nice and easy to get to. The skate park is rough and ready. I reckon you could have a little bit of fun here, especially if you're a street skater. But the main attraction is definitely the pump track. So let me know what you think of this pump track in the comments below. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit subscribe. As ever, my name's been John Bishop, and I'll see you next time.